don't need a moderator. Oh, God.
Maybe you do.
We don't have that many. I'm a moderator. Jeez. Hello, dear friends. Hello, hello. Welcome. Welcome to the basement. Hello. Let me get my little stool for later and say hi. Hi. Hi, everybody. Welcome to L&J Goods. We're live in the basement, and we're starting a new furniture project today. So I'm really looking forward to this challenge, and we'll see if we can make it happen, right? So we are in Medina, New York, and what's up?
Just making sure that I can't see myself in the mirror.
Oh, we're in Medina, New York. We got a little brick and mortar shop here, and we do lots of online tutorials. We go live every Wednesday here in the basement working on some furniture projects that take a little bit longer to do than just 1 hour a week. So let's talk about the project that we are thinking about, and you all can say hi to Megan. And
hi.
Please let us know if you're here, if you're with us today and you have not subscribed. We would love it if you would subscribe. Do us a big favor, leave a comment, make sure you like this video, and that just pleases all the algorithm gods on YouTube.
That dresser just a little bit.
Yeah, we will. So, what we are going to be working on today is this French provincial dresser. So we picked this up from a local person who was getting rid of it, obviously, and we've had it kind of prepped for a while. What's the matter, Megan?
I'm just trying to quietly move this.
Oh, jeez.
And it's not
we'll
obvious.
just pick it up.
It's not obvious.
You pick it up and set it down.
Well, I was kind of jammed into a corner, and I'm trying not to be on
all
the mirror.
the dragging noises.
Sorry. Yes, I'm wearing red.
Let's all say hi to Megan. She's here with us today, taking a little break from her shipping. We brought her over to this side of the basement to help us today. So anyway, I don't know how many of you follow Iron Orchid Design on Instagram. But they put up a reel today about the floral chintz inlay. And when I saw those images coming through, there was a dresser on there. You'll see it up in the thumbnail. That I was literally like stopped dead in my tracks. Like, oh my gosh, who created this? Who did it? And I right away, I texted or messaged Sally and like, Sally, who can I give credit to for this beautiful dresser? I really want to recreate this look. And she told me, go ahead and share it. They don't have an actual, it was a digital creation. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that.
It was AI.
What's that?
It was AI.
What's AI?
That's who's running the IOD Instagram now. AI, artificial intelligence. They're creating all their projects.
Oh, would it be?
For them now.
Oh, artificial. Ooh, yeah.
It's
Am I
amazing
actually
what they
here?
can do.
Are we actually here doing this?
I don't know. I'm wondering, are you ever going to do anything with that dresser with the mirror on it? Is it
We
truly
are. JR's waiting for warm weather because he's got to
That's
take it outside.
what I am looking forward to in Basement Chronicles more than anything else?
Well, I can't wait to get to it either. So anyway, that image was beautiful. So we messaged back and forth a little bit, and she's like, oh my gosh, do it. It's going to be gorgeous. And I knew I had the perfect piece for it. So let me talk about what I have done to this dresser so far. We cleaned it really well. We sanded it. This guy, the drawers had these little indents here, right? These little grooves. And I just thought I didn't want to deal with that with the paint inlay or anything that I put on. I just didn't want them. I thought it super dated it, but not in a good way. So we did a couple layers of Bondo, sanded it back, and then I threw some Bin shellac-based primer on this so that just in case I have any weird things that could happen with the Bondo coming through the paint, you just never know. So I thought it would be best practice to just seal that in place and make sure that I didn't have any surprises coming through the paint.
Karen thinks that's her favorite inlay.
You know what, Karen? That is such a great observation of yours. I mean, obviously it's your personal feelings, but I do.
What is it? Is it AI?
It might be AI.
Is this really Karen?
Is it really Karen? No, it's our virtual Karen.
Yeah. Now my brain is bending because that's kind of true.
It is.
Okay, stop.
All right,
stop,
that's
stop,
enough. That's
stop.
enough. So anyway, so the thing with the Rose Chintz inlay is, okay, so this is another like super favorites because it is just pages, 8 pages of pattern.
And it transforms based on the color that's behind it.
It does.
Like when we pulled that out, when we were showing Laura Jean what you were going to do when we were picking colors, and then I handed you the transfer, she was like, wait, that's the transfer?
It is.
Because it
yeah.
looks so wildly different depending on, look right on the back there. Just
Oh
based
yeah,
on that.
absolutely. Look at it. Here's on green, on black, on
It's
white.
crazy.
I've used it on every color you can imagine, and on pieces large and small. And I think that is why this particular inlay is a really good choice if you're new to inlays, because you don't have to do the big dresser. If you are making small things, small crafts, small little DIY stuff, this can be, you have 8 sheets to play with. So you could do a little toolbox. You could do a little drawer. You can put this as a background behind an IOD transfer. There are so many fun ways that you can use this particular inlay. And I know we taught a private Facebook workshop. It was an intensive, like 5 weeks of using inlays every way you could think of. And we did second uses over this. We did it in different types of paint. We created some really fun, like muted and mottled effects with it. So this is a good choice. As much as we love melange, this is a really good one too. Actually, this paired with melange could be really pretty.
Yeah. Like
2 layers of it. Anyway, enough about that. So what my thought is, and again, if you saw the thumbnail, if you belong to our text group, I sent a thumbnail, an image of that particular dresser, and knew that I would need to kind of create that little arched look here. So we're going to do that today, and I'm going to be using IOD Moulds. So I just pulled a few that I thought would be appropriate. I've got Classic Elements, I've got Acanthus, I have Olive Crust, and I have this old Roses mold because I like this.
That's not that old.
No, but it's discontinued. This is the discontinued
that
one.
one's so pretty.
Yeah, so this has a little bit of pattern in it, but it gives me a nice straight piece. I didn't want to do the little dot one, my other favorite trim piece, you know, the one with the little.
Yes, that I never remember.
Oh,
which
we
mold
never.
It's
in. I think is that it? Oh, that's in Classic Elements too, like right here. Right? I love this little beaded trim, but I felt it was a little too traditional for this particular piece. So we're going with this, and I get a longer length to work with. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull this out in just a second.
Can I say hi to a few friends here?
Oh,
that
yes,
let us
please.
know where they're from?
Yeah, I'm going to grab something anyway. So
Great. We've got Patricia here from Liberty Lake, Washington.
Hello.
Laura
Liberty.
Hall, of course, from Tennessee. Victoria from snowy Colorado. Sharon from Gulfport, Mississippi. What? There was another cool place that I saw. Oh, Linda. I think this is her first live. She's here from Bella Vista, Arkansas.
Hi, Linda.
And lots of our regular old friends here.
Old friends and
Yep.
young friends.
Make new friends and keep
The old one is silver and the...
Betty, Linda, Mary Jo,
Look at-
Danielle.
Oh my
Lots of
gosh,
good
look
friends.
at everybody.
Corinne,
So-
of course, is here.
So basically what I want to do is I want to create a rounded edge here and I want it to be, of course, even on both sides. So I'm not going to be just sketching it. I normally would, but I figured for you guys,
Debbie.
I'm going to try to do this the right way. So, and this will just give me, and this might not be big enough. So I'm looking for any kind of a curved surface. JR would remind me to use like a protractor or
I bet he has
something.
one right on his
He
desk.
probably does.
Hello, Lori from Connecticut. And she wants you to know that you have only one earring in.
I do, you know what? The other one fell down. Listen, I felt it happen upstairs. It fell down my bra and my under thing, you know. It's down there somewhere. I just haven't been
You'll
able
find
to.
it as soon
I
as
haven't
you
been
get
able to
home.
find it.
The second you get home, within minutes, you'll
So
find it.
look, I just found this lampshade. I think that might be. It's a little bit bigger. A little bit.
Betty's here from Allen, Texas.
Hi, Betty.
Catherine's here from Boredom, Indiana. That's funny. Is it really called Boredom? Carol's here from Palatine, Illinois.
Hi, Carol.
And Lori says the darn earring and the bra trick.
You know what? It's so frustrating, isn't it? Does that ever happen to anybody? Of course, I'm a hot mess half the time anyway. I really am.
I think you do need to have an ample bosom.
I'm lucky I remember to put a bra on in the morning.
Yeah,
seriously. Okay, so I
would
have my
never.
guide here. And then now we're gonna just go for it. And I may adjust this. I probably will adjust this a little bit, but at least I have the exact same outline here and here. I have the same curve. So if and I'll show you how I will adjust that. But so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pull these drawers out because I want to work flat, and we'll get the mold. Actually, I'm only going to pull one drawer out. So I want to get the molds going on this dresser.
Now, why are you doing the molds first?
Because because.
That just seems dangerous. Like, you're going to just paint.
Oh, no, because I'll paint over top of the molds too. I'm going to paint over all the molds and everything when they dry.
Okay.
And then I will go in and I'll retouch the molds.
But you haven't made any molds yet, correct?
I have not, but I don't need to make that many.
Okay.
So, I'm going to put this down and I'm going to sit on
Danielle said she never knows what she'll find in her bra at the end of the day.
Isn't that the truth? You can find a corn chip, an earring.
Wow.
You can find you know what? Once I found a half a bagel down there.
You are lying. Stop. Are you serious?
No, I'm kidding. You know what I don't have is cornstarch, and I don't think I didn't put that in here either.
All right, I'll get the corn
Thank
starch.
you, and we will get these started.
Well, they can't see you.
Yep, I'm going to turn the camera down, and half a bagel. Yeah, right? I know. Yeah, that would be me. Hi, Mary Harris. Good to see you. Let me try to get this over just a little. Excuse the wiggle. All right, there's Shannon Booth. All of our friends are here today. Okay. So, I have this facing me right now because I need to see it from my angle just to get it started. All right. In fact, I'm almost thinking that this is going to have to come down lower even. So let's first make some of these long pieces. Well, no, maybe first I want to do my center crest here first. So let's do that. And I want something really fancy and wonderful. So I am going to choose this piece from Classic Elements, because it's just so ornate. It is over the top. Beautiful. Again, I created my line here. That may change depending on how my molds lay out. It could change actually very dramatically. So just know that those pencil lines don't have to mean anything. It's just a guideline. And again, if you do a project like this, you might find that once you get your molds on there, things just may change a little bit. And I think they're certainly going to change for me. I am using IOD air dry clay. I love using the air dry clay on this type of a furniture piece because I want it to have a look of cracked, old, wonderful, old paint and wood.
Do you want it zoomed in a little bit?
Sure, you could do that. So right now, and you know how I am, I love to share like my process through this, how I kind of think through it. So I don't do a lot of major planning ahead because I want you to see how I kind of think things through, how I might lay out or design something, and kind of what that looks like. You're smiling, Megan.
Yeah, because Jane goes, sure, brag. If anything goes in my bra, right to the floor. That's what I'm saying. You have to have a generous bosom. You know what I always think of? First of all, Grandma Rosie.
Okay.
Second of all, always getting things on and in her bosoms. And also, I don't know if anybody's familiar with the Disney's Robin Hood, the cartoon movie, you know, Mom?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's my favorite Disney movie, but there's a badminton scene where Maid Marian and her governess, who's a hen, are playing badminton. Remembered? Oh! In her feathery bosom, the birdie went down in, and it was a big kerfuffle, and it always makes me think of Grandma Rosie and just anything falling in someone's bosom. So it's so cute.
I love the word kerfuffle.
Yeah,
I really
but
do.
I think it was made for that
I
moment.
need to read more. I need to just start reading more
You
to
do.
expand my vocabulary.
You should just take the time every night. Just give yourself,
But
just
Megan,
even if you say 15 minutes, and you'll find yourself reading for 20.
of course.
So
I
just do
gosh,
that.
I remember the days when literally I would read like 5 books a week.
But that's how I started reading again. Just
Yeah.
saying to myself, I'm going to give myself 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And now I am back to reading at least, like, probably 2 or 3 books a week.
Well, and you know, honestly, the Murdoch trial is
It's winding
the
down.
defense rested, so
Yes, it's
we're
winding
closing arguments today. I'm sure I have not turned it on at all. I just can't. Too much work to do. So, and man, that is
It's
discipline.
Linda's favorite movie, too. I love the music in that movie. That folk music is just so pretty.
Oh.
Oh, I'm so glad at least one person knew what I was talking about.
Well, that's kind of like one of the underrated Disney movies,
it's
you
so
know.
good and so sweet, and the message is so good. I love it. Love it, love it.
So here we go. So I have my main design, and I want to see now, how do I want, actually, ooh, if I did that and then just carried, no, it's got to come down this way.
Mary said we haven't heard any Megan's musings lately. Well, that's one. To start with, if you haven't watched the original Disney's animated Robin Hood, that's one of Megan's favorites.
Megan's faves.
Yep. But I have read a few books. I should put together a little, well, you know what? I just finished a great book, actually. Let me look up the title of it. You keep going, Mom.
Okay.
Or not.
What?
Or not, unless you have nothing to say.
No, I have nothing to say. I'm just doing molds.
Okay.
So here is that lovely
Corinne said, OMG, ever since you started that trial, I've been catching up. Well, has everybody watched the Netflix doc that came out? That's a great way to catch up for those of you who are asking what we're talking about and what's going on. The Murdoch trial. Murda trial. I thought the documentary was very good and very thorough.
It is, but
and took more time, at least to talk about some of the victims. I would like to have heard more about that housekeeper.
Well, here's the thing, though. So our justice system, rightfully so, like the jurors don't have that background information. So they're making their decision based on what is presented to them in court, which is a good thing, Yeah. That's why it works.
But it can be incredibly frustrating when we look at all of that information together and it's like so obvious something is not right. And they can't have that.
All right, I just messed that up.
So perhaps some of you have already read this book because it is a very popular book. It's called Before We Were Yours. And it's a novel, but it's based on, have you heard of the Tennessee Children's Home? You may have. They used to really take babies and children from people that they thought were poor, this woman.
Oh my gracious.
And it's basically they were like selling them to rich couples, celebrity couples.
You're kidding.
But they didn't know. The couples themselves didn't know.
What time period are we talking about?
Hold on a second. I want to say like the 50s and 60s.
Okay.
Because now I've been down a whole rabbit hole reading about this. It's a chain of orphanages during the first half of the 20th century. It's most often associated with Georgia Tann. She was the operator, and really it was kidnapping and child trafficking. There's no other way to look at it. Right. They would, Lori has read it. Mary Jo's read it.
Really?
And the way that this woman wrote the novel, she just wrote a beautiful story. But so many children separated from their parents simply because they were poor, or somebody ended up in the hospital. They tricked them into signing papers. They faked documents. People would adopt these children, and then after they had them, she would call them and say, we have to get some more legal documents together. We're just going to need like $3,000 more, and she'd extort them. It was really,
Why am I continuing to lose?
Maybe because I'm distracting you.
I'm just not.
Yes, you're right, Karen. But the book is beautiful. I just finished it yesterday. And now there's a follow-up book to it that's actually like the true stories of many different people. That after that book was written, so many people came to the author to tell her their true stories.
Oh, wow.
And so that's what I'm listening to that on Audible.
So you can see, like, once I got this on here, that my thought is I need to... This isn't going to work for me, like this original line, because I feel like this needs to connect here and create an arch, like, over to here. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
It needs to come, like, right over here.
Right.
That corner, because I don't want to put a trim, like, down the side here, so I just kind of want it to end right here. And then this will be painted and so forth, so.
I can't remember if we talked about it here, but I also read The Nightingale, which I know is another popular one.
Oh,
if anybody else read that, Mom, you really need to read that.
Some other people have, I can remember reading through comments when you talked about it before, and lots of people recommended that.
Very
who was it? Actually, Sandy was reading it.
Yep, she bought it.
And
like,
she
as
was
I was
literally like, we went on a little fun, field trip together last week, and it was playing. She was like, "Oh, I don't want to play the end for you."
No.
And so I'm like, no, it's don't. Yeah,
oh,
that's
I was
great,
just
but the poor thing, she literally, like, I had gone into some place to go to the bathroom or something. I came out and she was listening. She was like in literally the last 5 minutes of the book, and she was in tears. Like, she's like, I just can't help it.
Mary Jo, the one I'm listening to now is called Before and After. Lori says, read the Maisie Dobbs series by Jacqueline Winspear. Single woman, nurse turns investigator in London after the war. You're speaking my language.
Uh-oh.
She solves the murders of several innocent people. I love any show like that, especially a PBS Masterpiece Mystery or a book. Those are the best kind of books that are so cozy and just frivolous. I love them. That's what I was thinking too, Betty. She said, are you going to put the inlay before the molds? But she says, no, she's going to paint over everything.
Yes, I will be painting over everything because this is going to be a different color.
That's why it's stressing me out. Like,
it's going to be okay. I promise you.
Okay.
It's going to be okay. I promise. So, yeah, keep in mind that I have to, I want these to dry really well. And then once they dry, of course, they're going to shrink a little bit. So I'll need to fill in a few little spots here. Could you use resin? You could. You could use like the Pentart Ivory resin to have some flexibility with this shape. But I'm not using that today. So.
okay.
But I can't. In order to get that curve, I have to do the air dry clay, and I really want that glued on here. And again, I want layers built up. I want this to have lots of layers. So even if this has like my blue paint or some pink paint on it, I'm going to go over it later and do detail work on this. And some of that will pop through, and it'll just look all wonderful and crusty.
What color will that part be?
I'm probably going to do it white with a little, but really age it.
It just stresses me out to think you have to do that much detail work, like instead of just
it's not going to be
painting
hard.
those molds in advance.
No. I don't want to paint them because here I don't want to do them in advance.
No, I get it.
Here's another reason why is if I were to lay these out to dry, especially pieces like this, they're going to like go.
Yeah.
They're going to warp, and I'm not going to have the best result from them.
I got it.
Now, as they are right now, they still may crack a little bit, and that's okay. But I don't want them buckling.
Right. No, that makes sense. It's almost like you're choosing the lesser of two evils, basically, here.
And when you're doing a complicated piece like this that has many different layers, you do have to... you do have to think about
they can't see you.
You have to think about the whole process, and we're on air, JR. We don't have our on air.
I thought he was looking in the mirror, thinking they could see him, but the camera's pointing down.
What mirror?
Right there, the one that plagues me every basement Chronicles.
Oh, would you like me to go back and cover that up for you?
No,
Yes.
we'd like you to get when the weather's nice, we'll
Yes.
get it ready, and Megan, that'll be a happy day for Megan. Although when I do it, I'll have to cover the mirror with brown paper.
Well, we have a tardy. JR, could you go get the paddle, please?
We have a
Rue
tardy.
2 is tardy.
What?
And I don't believe I have a file on you. Yeah.
Oh, well, can this person get a pass for this?
Depends on
this
the
one
reason.
time?
Everyone's saying I should trust your process, and I'm right. And
I'm
right, I said. They're right.
Yeah, they are right. Trust your mama. Okay, so now
Hi, Nancy. Nancy was busy doing housework.
Oh, well, we double don't like you for
that's
that.
That's an illegal absence because I feel judged.
Exactly. Okay, I want to really make sure that I've got everything. I know this is going to shrink a little bit.
Someone sent me, and now I'm trying to remember who it was. I remember the birds so well, but their granddaughter got a little sun conure and sent me the cutest video and picture. I have to go look and see who that was.
Hey, by the way, guess who left a comment on my Instagram post? When was it? Actually, my reel that I put up today.
And what did they say?
They said
If you want
hearts
your
are
stuff to
quickly stick, tight bond, quick and thick, available at L&J Goods.
Is that what they said?
No, they didn't.
Who's they?
Tight
Tight
bond,
bond,
people.
quick and thick. Available at L&J Goods.
Yes. Well, JR, one of our followers actually contacted them and said they actually made a jingle that they use when they use your project.
Okay, Ruru was shoveling, and I do understand that.
Oh, where do you live? That you have snow to shovel.
Dana's in front of the fireplace.
Dana.
How romantic.
Ruru, where do you live that you're out shoveling? I know
Ruru 2.
Ruru too. We've been having some weather lately, haven't we?
We've got.
Are you in
Ruru.
Southern California? Are you outside of Los Angeles shoveling? Oh my gosh.
That's what I always.
Long Island?
When I try to tell her that she has a little accent on some words, that's one of
That's
them. Yes.
It is?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. Not like it's not that though. I can't do it.
What?
It's just a little different than like your typical Western New Yorker.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's what I sound like.
Again.
Okay. I wonder where you do live.
So,
And I wonder who Ruru 1 is.
is that a spread eagle?
It does
my
look like
God.
that.
What you meant?
She lives between Sacramento and Tahoe.
No.
Mom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Up in Northern California, where you do have snowfall, don't you? We love it up there.
Placer County?
Has she been keeping up with the trial, Nancy? Of course she has.
Oh.
JR's had enough
JR,
of the
you
trial.
love that trial too.
I don't know if he loves it. He's
I
been
don't
taken by
love it.
force.
No, he actually said, now I wish I kind of followed things from the beginning. He
Wendy's
actually,
in the SoCal blizzard, she said. It's
The
insane.
Netflix documentary.
That was helpful.
caught-
That's what I
caught
told
me
him.
up somewhat to understand what's going on.
Yeah.
Oh, he's just nothing but just a slime ball.
Oh, slime ball.
They couldn't hear
Oh no, I got tight bond in my head. If you want your stuff to quickly stick. Nope. Guys, I'm playing a prank on Shirley.
Oh my
She's not
gosh,
here,
yes,
so I can
tell
tell
them.
you. So,
Tell them.
and I think we need to change up our candies anyway. JR just keeps
Well,
getting the same candy.
We have how much of that candy?
But he just got
Oh, I
another
put
one
this on
today.
I put it on upside down.
It looks good.
Yeah, it does. Maybe I'll do.
Now it doesn't look so much like a spread eagle.
You're right. Should I do it that way? Yeah, I kind of like that.
Yeah, I do too.
Okay, we'll do it.
Okay, so Deborah's watching that documentary right now.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, Nancy said I've been going back and forth on whether he did it. He seems like a wimp about some of the stuff. He is. He doesn't really do anything himself.
Here's the thing, because you have to. I think it's tough.
He did it.
It's just
He
tough.
was definitely did it. Okay, so yes, Pat, did you check your deleted emails? She's remember how Pat said that she accidentally deleted her confirmation for the class? I sent you her email, remember?
When did you send that?
Well, you were right in front of my face. We talked about it in person. Well, no, we actually talked about it on the phone. Can you resend it to her?
Pat who?
Pat Reed.
Oh, okay.
But check your deleted emails too. But if you
yeah,
want
if you deleted it, then it's in your deleted emails, Pat. I know
okay.
that sounds.
No,
simple,
but we can still, if you still have trouble, just email me again. I can also just send you, really what you need to know from that email is the password to get into the group, and I can email you that because you haven't sent a supply list or anything yet, right?
I don't know what group is it that she's joining.
The new group.
The new one?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, there is a supply list. It's all attached to that
But
that PDF.
So we'll resend it if you still can't find it and you're deleted. Just let me know. Nancy said iHeartRadio podcast has been following it from the beginning, the trial.
Mm-hmm.
Betty said, I watched the video on Facebook when the police arrived on the scene. Told my husband. He did it. Okay, so let me tell you before I have to leave. Well, I don't have to leave yet, but before I forget, my prank on Shirley, because next time she'll be here. Next time we all talk. So we have like the big bag of like the Tootsie Roll mix. You know what I mean by that? Like where it comes with like big Tootsie Rolls, little Tootsie Rolls, the fruity ones, Tootsie Pops.
The candy that you guys get in your orders.
Yes, but some of them may not have ordered from us, and they
Right.
like if you get a flat envelope. I would like to have a little sticker made that we can send for people who get just an envelope. An envelope, as Augie used to say. Okay, so anyway, Shirley, who says she doesn't eat sugar, which always makes me laugh. But she has been actually very good.
Yes,
she has been. The bucket of candy sits on my desk, and first of all, the two worst culprits are JR and Shirley. And JR is the one who'll say, like, I'm going to put a tin can where you got to put a nickel in if you take a piece of candy. I'm like, well, then you're going to be filling that up with nickels, because I like that candy there because I'm not really tempted by it. I like a red Tootsie Pop every once in a while, but for the most part, it's not my jam. I'm not, like, dying to eat it. Now, when there was York Peppermint Patties there, I was taking 1, 2, 3 of them and eating them like a sandwich.
Oh my god!
So that's why I said don't. I told JR don't get him again. I told him the truth. I said I can't have these here.
I had no idea.
Well, I was very honest about it.
I gotta wash my hands.
Shirley loves the vanilla Tootsie Rolls, and she will stand there and dig through that bucket until she gets to a vanilla one. And like when I was sick last week, I came back and every single vanilla was out. Gone. All of them. And I mean, it's a big bucket, and they were all gone. So now I just opened up a brand new bag of candy, and I went through and took out every single vanilla and put them in a bowl and hid them in my desk. So that when she stops by my desk, she casually will stand there like she's coming to
flush the toilet.
Well, it's one of two people, unless
All
we're
right,
letting
go
people
ahead.
in off the street.
Sorry.
She will casually stand there, and I said, stop pretending like you're here to talk to me. Just take a piece of candy. But then she'll root around and look for the vanilla ones. Well, now there's no vanilla ones in there. So I'm going to be able to hopefully keep my cool when she comes down and tries to find the vanilla in the fresh bucket.
You're so bad.
And then one day soon, because I'm going to do it like for the next 3 bags, I'm going to really keep it together so that she's like, I'm going to make her say, what, are they not putting vanillas in here anymore? Or something like
You're
that.
So bad.
I'm sweating with excitement just thinking about it.
Oh my god, you're bad.
And then one day soon, I'm going to present her with a giant bag of all the vanillas. I'm so excited. Deborah says, my husband thought something bad happened when I opened your package and found that little Tootsie Roll. I was beyond excited. I bet it wasn't vanilla.
Well, listen, you know something? When I shipped last week, I'm not going to lie, some of you got like a handful.
Oh, sometimes I do that too.
know. But
Sometimes
you know
I do
what?
that too.
Speaking of that, those of you that do get orders from us, or even if you don't, tell us. Leave a comment. Let us know what your favorite kind of candy is.
Yes, what should we put? What should be the next candy? And don't say Cadbury eggs, because I'll actually
Oh my
die.
gosh.
I'll actually die. Like, I will die of Cadbury eggs. That is my favorite.
Oh my goodness.
Mary.
What?
Okay, Patty said you're so fresh, Megan. Yes. And hold on, Nancy, I will give you a bird update. Mary said you should take a vanilla wrapper and wrap it around a flavor she doesn't. Oh,
Perfect.
You rascal, Mary. I didn't even think about it.
All right, guys.
And Deborah said, you just wait till May, Megan.
Oh my god.
Karen said, every time I get a piece of candy, I say, hello, Megan.
Aww.
Oh, I love Sour Patch Kids too, Nancy. Smarties, not so much, but Sour Patch Kids, I will eat until I have like a lot of canker sores. And then I'll swear I'll never eat them again until the next time I eat them.
Okay, there we are, guys. There is the basis for our
Well done.
our design. Now let's get some paint. I'm going to let this sit for a minute, but let's get some paint on here so you can see what that contrast is going to look like. And I am choosing Apothecary. And
Hot tamales are yummy but polarizing.
I love hot tamales.
Yeah, gummies all day, Karen. I agree.
No.
Ooh, blow pops would be fun.
Mm-mm. Well, it shouldn't be something that I like.
Bird update for today is that I was at home part of the day yesterday, and lucky. So Quaker parrots are supposed to have like a good vocabulary and mimic the human voice very well, but you know, we rescued Lucky, and so far she hasn't said anything. And yesterday Mom, I can't whistle. Can you do? She did that like 5 different times. So I'm assuming that's something from her past life, or it's just maybe she got her eyes on me more than she usually does, and
You might want to.
that was her natural reaction. When she was alone with me without David there, she was getting fresh.
Oh my gosh. Too funny.
But I'm hoping that means she's becoming more comfortable with us. Ooh, Baby Ruth. Tootsie Pops we already have, but Deborah, I'll watch for you and make sure that you get the Tootsie Pop. She glued on molds, or dry clay molds. I just love hearing everyone else coming out of the woodwork telling me about their birds and their past lives, present lives. It's just was never on my radar. Oh, this is going to be gorgeous.
I think it is too.
It really is.
And again, this is only the first bit, you know. We're gonna be doing some aging techniques together and really so I'm using Debbie's DIY paint, of course. This is Petticoat Pink, I swear our favorite pink.
It's so
I love it.
so feminine and pretty.
And this
But I love Kissing Booth too.
I know. Which is outlandishly
Hot pink.
hot pink.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
You know, another jingle came to mind.
What's that?
The world looks mighty good to me. You know it, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
When Tootsie Rolls are all I see, whatever it is I think I see becomes a Tootsie Roll to me. Tootsie Roll, the candy is a chocolatey treat. Mom!
Sorry, I don't know all the words. Usually,
Tootsie Roll, I
know.
think I'm in love with you. Whatever it is I think I see
Becomes a Tootsie Roll to me.
I like it when you take over because you have a good voice, but you really.
I didn't have the lyrics this time. Usually, sometimes I can remember all those lyrics.
What did you say is a chocolate
Treat.
Well,
it is.
but it doesn't match with I'm in love with you.
I know it doesn't.
The paint color is Apothecary.
Oh my.
It does look more. I could see what you mean. It does look a little bit green on the screen, but it's definitely like a.
Apothecary
It's
is
a little
like,
bit French eggshellish.
Yeah, exactly. It's that duck egg kind of like Annie Sloan duck egg. It's like Fusion's French eggshell. It's beautiful. It's that blue, green, gray, muted. It looks good with anything. Oh my gosh, I love this color.
I never watched Modern Family, but I've heard it's really good. Did you ever watch that, Mom?
No.
Nancy says, my friend had an African gray that screamed help when they locked him in his cage. That's funny.
Hysterical.
And Nancy said, glue one of the vanilla ones to the bottom of the container and watch as she tries to be sly and get it. There's no end to the pranks I'm gonna do. It's so funny.
That is awesome.
Judy says, my uncle raised homing pigeons and my grandparents also had fancy chickens. It seemed like my grandmother always had some little bird or other in the house that she was nursing back to health. Aww.
That's really sweet.
I love those colors together too, Karen.
So pretty.
Homing pigeons are amazing. Could I describe a Tootsie Roll to you? Okay, she doesn't have them in Australia.
Oh.
Michelle.
Wonder what they're called there.
It's like a, gosh, I don't even know. It's like, it's chewy, like a taffy kind of, right?
Do you have Starburst? Do you have a Starburst or Mambo Fruit Chews?
They're like taffy-ish, right? But it's like,
Not really.
I'm literally
Let's
gonna
see if
Google.
she answers if.
Let's ask AI to describe. What is a
Tootsie Roll in Australia.
Just what is a Tootsie Roll? I'm gonna ask. so I
No,
can
but
describe
see what if they have a comparable one in Australia.
It's a chocolate flavored taffy that
Oh.
has been manufactured in the United States since 1907.
Oh.
The candy has qualities similar to both caramels and taffy without being exactly either confection.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
It is exactly right. You know what? When we had a corner store in the tiny little town that I lived in, and it was when, when penny candy was like a penny, like an actual penny.
Yeah.
And when
Those were the days.
we bought, like, I always, on the way out when I'm working, I do grab a couple of those long Tootsie Rolls. I love those.
A couple.
Yeah. 2,
She
3.
takes 3 and braids them.
Anyway.
Oh, yep. Karen just
But
said
they
my
were a
all-time
penny.
favorite are the Tootsie Roll Long Skinnies.
Yes.
They
and
taste different.
They were a penny back then.
They are, so in our case, I'm going to show you. She said, are they big or little? There's many different sizes. Because there's even smaller ones than these.
But I think, Megan, you should Google Tootsie Roll in Australia. Getting a nice, generous layer of paint on here, and I'm allowing it to have a lot of texture with brush strokes.
Okay. Let me see if I'm on camera. Okay. So they come in these sizes, plus I've seen one even smaller than this, right, Mom?
Oh, yeah. And then there's, the little midgets. They're,
Even smaller than those, there's like teeny weeny ones.
yeah, lame.
Oh, I remember pixie sticks, yep.
Remember that when the Tootsie Rolls, there were the big, long ones that were kind of divided, and you could break off a chunk at a time. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is we're going to let this dry. And I'm not going to come back to this until we meet next week. And we'll do the second coat so that we can apply the inlay. So that's really good because it's going to give my Debbie's DIY a whole week to really set and begin to cure. So I think that's a really good thing. That's a good thing. So I'm going to begin to paint this, and we can kind of get an idea of what it's going to look like.
They prefer to be called little taffies. That's how they identify as little taffies.
Okay. Megan, would you mind, over on the red cart, there is a thing of like small brushes, small scruffy looking brushes. Thank you.
Charleston shoes and marathon bars.
Yeah,
all
those are
caramel and
oldies.
chocolate braided in a long bar.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you'll get some treats when you come. Remember the Slop One Suckers Tootsie Roll on a stick?
No. I don't.
They'd like the camera pointed down, not just on your head.
Oh my gosh. You get to see my hairline or my top of my head hair. Oh my gosh.
Okay. Oh, the colors on the cabinet remind her of pixie stick colors.
Oh.
Oh, slow poke.
Oh.
I said, what did I say? It
Auto-corrected.
to slop. What did it say? Because I literally did sound of cry. Slop One Suckers. Slowpoke. Okay.
Oh, Slowpokes. They were a Tootsie Roll product? I don't remember that.
Oh, Jeannie said, when I drove bus, I'd give the 3-year-old preschoolers a Tootsie Roll if they were good. Broke a little boy's heart when he was so naughty I had to take it away. Here's the problem. Oh, the caramel green apple suckers are so good.
You like that tart stuff.
I very much do, yes. And I love caramel.
Oh, I love caramel. Oh, Megan. Remember when we were at Market, the Hammond's can't caramel? Oh,
I know.
those
I want
Hammonds,
those again.
caramels. Oh, gosh.
Mary said we had a penny candy store on the way to high school. She used to stop going to and from school. Ice cubes
Oh,
and
yeah.
Sixlets were my faves.
I loved Sixlets.
You like, I gotta be honest with you, the candy that you like is not cool.
Megan, well, it's what I like.
It is, but
Don't keep
what's nice is
me.
it's the stuff at the bottom of the trick-or-treat bag that nobody else wants.
Listen.
So it works out great. I love a premium candy.
I know you do.
I like a...
If honest to goodness, it's like if we could, if you could trick or treat with Hammond's candies.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
But I mean,
right?
even just like premium for what I like to call over-the-counter candies. Non-prescription. Like Hammond's would be a prescription candy. But like your Mallow cups and your
I like a Mallow
peppermint
cup.
patties and your Cadbury eggs I consider to be a premium.
You want to know what
top shelf candy.
one of the #1 selling candy bars, grocery store candy bars is?
The plain Hershey's.
Nope.
What?
We just learned this from somebody this weekend.
What?
Kit Kat.
Is that right?
That's what I said.
That is I think that ad campaign is garbage. Break me off a piece. No one is breaking it off and giving it to anybody but themselves. Oh my gosh, that just reminds me of one of the funniest things that Henry ever said. There's a lot. But of course we couldn't laugh.
No. So now
We were kind of singing the song, break me off a piece of that.
Kit Kat bar.
But he said, Kit Kat snack. But he said, snack. Because, you know, he had that cute little speech impediment, which is
Lisp,
much
a little
improved.
lisp,
Yes. And it was just about the cutest thing. Mellow Cups are my top #1 favorite candy.
I love an Almond Joy.
I like an Almond Joy, but I love a Mallow Cup. And if I can ever find those snack size ones, which are so hard to find, but the ratio of chocolate to marshmallow in a snack sized Mallow Cup is perfect.
Let me tell you what, my favorite s'more ever when I started making like gourmet s'mores was chocolate graham crackers, which are so hard to find now. If anybody has them in their grocery
Walmart
store,
always has them.
I never see them there.
They do.
Anyway, with a marshmallow, and you smush out, like flatten out a Mounds bar.
Yeah, that's good. I just like a classic, okay, a Mallow Cup is chocolate.
Is
It looks
Michelle
like a
from
Reese's
Australia
cup.
again?
Nope, it's Shannon. And I know, Shannon, are you in California? Is she? Shannon Booth?
Yes. Aren't you?
And I know they don't have them up
Where
there
are-
because
where
I
are
had to
you?
get some for my cousins because we, as you can see, I do love to talk about candy. We talk about this all the time and have just as an intense conversation every single time. I don't know how we don't get sick of it, but when I was on a cruise with my girl cousins, all of the West Coast cousins had no clue what Mallow Cups were, so I had to ship
Is
some to
that
them.
right?
Yes. So they're like, they're shaped like a Reese's cup, but inside is like a coconutty, marshmallowy filling, and they are so good.
So good.
Candy bars frozen are great. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Peak
Well,
bars.
I'll tell you what. If any of you are Canadian friends, one of the cool things about living so close to Canada, being an hour away, is you have a whole other batch of foods that we have access to that aren't typical like in like your regular grocery stores. And so they have all different kinds of candies.
Mhm.
One that is a Canadian candy that is pretty standardized here are Stork Chocolate Raisins. The Stork Company is a Canadian company. I love
Mallow
them.
Cup is in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Near Penn
But
State.
the other thing I love of Canadian foods, and we saw them here for a while, are Lay's all dressed potato chips.
They're outrageous.
Like I would literally, in fact, I gotta tell Melanie the next time that she comes to
Please,
visit,
Melanie.
we need to have some, or we just need to go visit her and get ourselves.
Let me
some.
touch base on the dresser real quick. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's painting the whole dresser. The pink is DIY Petticoat Pink, and the blue-green is Apothecary DIY paint. Okay? I saw a couple people asking that question. Now back to the candy.
And I will listen. I will put.
I gotta go.
I'm gonna put links to all of this in the description box below once
Bye,
my
guys.
video loads. Okay. So I think that this is it for today. We are just about ready, but you can get an idea of how this is gonna look. I want to make sure that these are not gonna slip when I put this drawer in. So you can at least see what it's going to look like. Whoops. All right, and I'm going to switch my camera up. Oh, a Heath bar is fabulous. Okay, so there's our dresser. What color am I going to paint the molds? I think I'm going to do them kind of like an off-white. And that's what my thought is right now. Trying to get this in there just so you can get an idea. I don't have it on the track yet, but right now, but again, it's real textury, which is great. Oh, that is going to be pretty, you guys. Make sure that I have my a little bit of more of a curve there. I like it. I like it. It's going to be gorgeous. So next week, what we'll do is we are going to get that inlay on here with the second coat of paint. And I might do a little bit of shading and blending on the pink areas. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet, but I will show you. I am going to reuse the original hardware, and look at that. That'll be really pretty on there. Oh my gosh, check it out. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I won't be able to do that. I might have to change these out because I don't like the way that's going to look. It's too much the same. See that? Well, I don't know. I think that could work. I think it could work. I'm actually thinking I might fill in with some molds right here. But with these handles are going to be painted as well. So there it is. I've got to kind of think through how I'm going to do this for sure. And don't be surprised if when I come back next week, if I don't have these new holes drilled and these are filled in, and I put a different kind of a knob on there. We'll see. I got to see what's available. So there it is. We will see you next week. And on Friday, we'll be upstairs in the studio, and I'll be finishing up that flea market flip trash can, the metal trash can with the melange inlay and some wonderful texture that I'm going to create with the vintage texture stamp by IOD. So you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll see you on Friday. Bye!